In this video, we're going to be talking about my impressions of the new Game of Thrones Season 7 trailer, as well as pointing out 5 things about it that have piqued my interest. What's up, YouTube? My name is Justin. This is the Den of Nerds, and today we're taking a look at that new Game of Thrones Season 7 trailer that dropped recently. Obviously, this show is highly anticipated, and this new trailer honestly just fueled that anticipation even more. It had everything. Great voiceover, tons of action sequences peppered throughout, and it really gave hints to what the overall beat of the story for this season is going to be, which is huge. Dare I overuse the word, this epic clash of all these different armies over the Iron Throne before inevitably encountering this threat we know that is lurking beyond the wall. You can tell from that trailer the budget is going to be even bigger than ever for this season. And I have to say that after just not even thinking about Game of Thrones for months, I'm now hyped all over again just from this little piece of media. Really well executed on HBO's part. That would definitely be a short video if we just ended it there, now wouldn't it? But I'd like to go ahead and pick up 5 little things in no particular order that we got in this trailer that I think are incredibly interesting, and it's either creating all of these questions that are now rolling around in my head, or things that are just making me pumped to see some other particular characters again. And yes, I'm going to assume that anyone watching this is caught up completely on Game of Thrones at this point. You've been warned. Number 1. Sir Davos' line. Davos Seaworth has always been this voice of reason in the show, with varying degrees of success. Where he failed with Stannis and Shireen, he seems to be having some great success as an advisor to Jon Snow. And his line in this trailer really speaks to that wisdom he has. If we don't put aside our enmities and band together, we will die. And then, it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne. Now, the background's a little blurry when he's speaking, but I'm assuming he's talking to Daenerys at this point. There's been tons of speculation that Dany and Jon Snow will form some sort of alliance to fight Queen Cersei and eventually the White Walkers. And I feel as though this may be that critical moment where Davos goes to petition her to aid Jon Snow. Perhaps in some sort of battle, be it against the White Walkers or Cersei's armies. Either way, such an alliance is exciting, and seeing Davos continue to play that critical role in Jon's army is a welcome sight. Number 2. The Targaryen Castle. We see Dany walking to some giant castle gate during the trailer, a castle bearing the Targaryen sigil. It's been a long time and I can't find many pictures of it, but based on the latest shot of the war room she and Tyrion occupy, it's safe to say that this is Dragonstone. It makes sense as a place to plan her first offensive after all, considering the side of Westeros she is approaching from. And it should be all but abandoned after that crippling loss faced by Stannis Baratheon. She also seems to be sitting on this throne in the castle that I can only assume and hope is made of dragon glass, something that would be especially helpful against the armies of the dead. Let's hope it is, and that her assault goes a little better than Stannis's, and that she doesn't find Gendry's corpse in a rowboat. Number 3. Ellaria Sand kissing Yara Greyjoy? We all remember that at the tail end of last season, Old Man Varys was hard at work trying to make Dorne an ally of Daenerys. And it looks like that worked, because here Ellaria is, ending up with Yara Greyjoy no less. Unless we see some major developments between these two characters that honestly might be kind of out of left field, I'm thinking this may not end too well for Yara. We all know what tends to happen when Ellaria kisses people who aren't Oberyn. Rest in peace, Myrcella. Number 4. Jon Snow confronts Littlefinger. We all know Jon probably isn't going to be the biggest fan of Littlefinger, especially after Sansa told him how she ended up with Ramsay. But it looks like things may be getting heated in the crypt at Winterfell. It's really hard to tell if Littlefinger actually knows that Rhaegar is Jon's father, or if he's just being cryptic for the sake of being cryptic. Remember when he spoke to Sansa about Lyanna last season? Really looked like he might have known something about the situation with her and Rhaegar that Sansa didn't. This might be in response to Littlefinger not telling people about Jon's lineage sooner if he does know. If not, maybe Jon's just fed up with all of Littlefinger's garbage. We'll see. Number 5. Is Melisandre at Dragonstone too? Last we saw Melisandre, Jon told her to go ahead and leave out of anger for what she did to Shireen. Where would she go? Dragonstone honestly seems like a logical choice. It's the last place she was ever truly respected after all. And if the Red Priestess hooks up with Dany's crew, well, those dragons might just be what the Lord of Light was looking for to confront the coming darkness. And that's that for this Game of Thrones video. What'd you all think of the trailer? Are you excited for Season 7? Do you have any theories about what might happen this season? Who's your favorite character that has somehow managed to survive up until this point on the show? Even if it's breaking the rules, mine is Jon Snow. Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're fans of Game of Thrones, comics, movies, games, etc. We're trying our best to put out a ton of content like this for you all to enjoy, and theory crafting is honestly something the Den of Nerds team could do for hours. As always, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll catch you later.